Good evening. I I saw the Barbie movie a couple of days ago, and I seen a grown man cry. It's like a 45-year-old man cry. Unbelievable, you know? I was watching, it was like towards the end. I'm not going to give any spoilers for the movie or anything because it's kind of a fresh out the oven kind of movie. But, there was some emotional parts of the movie, and I just refuse. I just refuse to cry during the fucking Barbie movie. You know what I mean? I've never had any Barbie action figures or whatever, Barbie dolls. And that's just not me, man. I'm fucking built different. And couldn't be me, man. And so I'm watching it. I felt like a little. I get it. I could see how somebody was crying, and then my fucking girl nudges at me and points like, "Look, that guy's fucking crying." Grown ass man, dude. Grown ass, looking like late 40s, mid 40s, fucking wiping tears away from both his eyes, and his wife is like nudging at him, like, "No, no need to cry," and just unbelievable. Just unbelievable with how soft we are. And I'm walking out. We're laughing. Like, when my girl pointed it out, we're fucking laughing. We're just like howling at this guy fucking crying. And all I could think is the people behind us probably saw it all go down. They saw us point at this guy, and we're just being assholes. But that's how we have fun. That's how we do it. We're free to laugh at whatever we want. Just like how that guy's free to fucking cry during the Barbie movie. We're free to fucking laugh at him. We're in public. And so we're leaving, and then I'm like, you never know, man. The guy probably had a fucking daughter that died or something. And then she was like, okay. And we just started laughing more. And so, yeah, that's where my threshold of humor comes from. I don't think it gets any. Just unbelievable, man. Fucking grown ass man crying during the Barbie movie. I don't care. I feel gay just for watching it, dude. And cinematically, I'm going to make a lot of jokes. I'm going to spend this next whole episode. This episode's going to be 5 hours, by the way. I'm going to spend the next 5 hours just complaining about fucking Barbie and breaking it down without any spoilers. But, no, if I have to be critical and, like, not so biased about it, I'd probably give that movie a 9 out of 10. The only reason why it's a 9 and not a 10 is because it was kind of long. I felt like they could have trimmed it down a little bit. There was a point in the movie where I got a little restless, and I was like, okay, it's a good thing we're at the theaters right now, because if I was watching this movie through like Netflix or whatever just to have it on, I would have definitely gotten up and started walking around. Fucking unbelievable, So, just kidding. We're not gonna talk too much about Barbie. But I can't believe I watched it. I listened, I gave in. Everybody was like, it's not that gay. It's palatable for even men. And Peter was all like, as a guy with a daughter, you gotta watch it. And I'm just built different, man. I didn't need to watch it. I'll say this. I don't know if this is a spoiler. Another reason why I think it was too long, I could just tell, because Ryan Gosling plays Ken. Towards the end, like the last, because it's kind of a musical hybrid. It's not like the whole movie's a musical, but there's a lot of fucking singing and dancing. And I think like towards the last hoorah of Ken's singing and dancing scene, it was he looked tired. Like, he looked, to me, I was like, this guy looks fucking worn out. Or like they've been doing a lot. So I think even the actors could kind of say this went on a little too long. Pretty good movie for a PG-13 movie. I love when PG-13 movies really like push the barrier of like, it's PG-13, but it's like maybe a 13-year-old might not get these jokes. I don't fucking know. Shot a bunch of short films yesterday, and there was how many short films? I think there was 4 short films, and in total I was in 2. And I think in both short or sketches, whatever, one of my lines was unbelievable. I just kept saying unbelievable. So that's been the word of the day. for like 3 days straight ever since watched Barbie and my girl. That, the word unbelievable and it being funny derives from my girl. She always likes to take credit in certain jokes, not even jokes that I do on stage, just jokes in general that we have around the household. And there's this one joke. I don't want to get too into it because I don't think you guys are going to find it so funny. But there's this... we have a joke about the neighbors. And she will just... like, she'll fucking die on her grave thinking that she invented the joke. But in my head, how I remember it... You guys know me, memory like an elephant. I came up with the joke. And the reason why I'm so confident that I came up with the joke is because I remember her fucking howling laughing. And not too many people howl and laugh at their own jokes. And I, you know, when I make somebody howl laugh, I take pride in that. So I came up with that joke. And then she was being a fucking smart ass the other day, and she said something funny, and I had, like, sarcastically, I was like, oh, when'd you get so funny? And she's like, when I came up with the neighbor joke. And I was like, oh, so never? Because she didn't come up with the neighbor joke. I came up with it. What else? I was supposed to have some fucking guests on today, but they're not texting back. I'm gonna check my phone one more time, and if they didn't text back, I'm calling it. Yeah, they didn't text back. Unbelievable. Just unbelievable that we set this fucking date like a month. You seen it. We put it on the podcast. It was like August 6th. Tap in. August 6th. Tap in. Guess what the day is? August 6th. And they didn't tap in. So just unbelievable, really. Just unbelievable that you make promises with people and they don't fucking go through. But that's all right. I flaked on something. I flaked on a comedy show. I was supposed to be doing this show called Crazy Funny Asians. And I didn't do it. There's too many Indians. And I didn't feel comfortable. Just kidding. Well, there was a lot of Indians, and that wasn't the reason. But I just didn't want to go. It seemed like an unsafe area in the Bay. And it didn't seem worth it. It didn't seem worth it. And I feel a little guilty about it for not showing up to work, but I also feel kind of good for just having time to myself. Haven't been thinking about killing myself. That's good. I feel like my mental health is on point. I'm heavy. This is the heaviest I've ever been in my life. I'm about 140, about $140. And yeah, that's not so bad. Maybe if I could stay 140, but just get the fucking gills in, just get a little bit more ripped, a little bit more veins, and keep the 140, that would be great. I want to do this fucking pull-up. My girl's here right now. Can we try this pull-up real quick? Probably not. Probably break the fucking door. I don't know if I'm going to edit this or not. Well, I'm going to turn the volume up all the way loud so you can hear this. So I'm going to try to do a pull-up with her. Okay, backing up. With her hanging on me. And it's like a double pull-up. So let's see. Let's try it. I'll put it right here. So I want you. You can go in here, and I'll go in the center. And then you. Good. Now wrap around me. Good. Now I'm gonna pull up. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, beautiful! Okay, we'll get it cooler later. That was sick.
What?
That was easier than I thought.
Yeah, that's
like
the first
10
time
of
doing
those.
the pull-up like that.
Oh yeah, and it's like the more you pull, the more I also pull, the easier it is on both of us.
Wow.
That was sick. Yeah, I gotta do it. That's sexy. Let's see. Oh, yup. Yeah, next time, just wrap. Cause your legs, just fucking bullshit. Your legs were on like my thighs. Put your legs like around my waist, like my ass.
It's hard to.
Like up. Yeah. Yeah. Nice. Strong, baby. 140. This ain't no sludge weight. You feel me? It's all muscle. I'll fucking grab this dog like Hulk did to that one guy and just side to side. Loki, yeah. Remember when Hulk just fucking grabbed Loki and fucking side to side, up and down diagonal? Anyways. Oh yeah, the fucking Nate Diaz Jake Paul fight. Dude, I'm a fucking addict, bro. I had the UFC on, then I had the boxing on, and then I had like 2 phones in front of me, man. I had all kinds of screens turned on for me with things that I like, and I only have 2 eyeballs. And so I was like going back and forth with my head, fucking watching the boxing and watching the MMA. The MMA. The Jeremy Stevens Chris Avila fight was pretty good. The female fight was actually pretty good too, but for some reason I was just like, before I put the boxing on, all I could think is like, fuck it. I keep forgetting like it's boxing and boxing's boring. And I was just like, man, I don't care. It doesn't matter. Jake Paul and Nate Diaz, it's still boxing. It's not that fun. But it was pretty entertaining. It was exactly what I kind of thought was going to happen. Not as bad. I thought Jake Paul was going to knock him out, and it would be absolutely unbelievable. It would be ridiculous, but not too bad. Not too bad. He got a knockdown on him. Jake got a knockdown on Nate, and I thought it was almost over, dude. I thought it was. He should have stepped on the gas more, but you know, Nate did his thing. Nate's always done his thing. I don't want to be a fucking a bandwagoner, because I remember from the jump, even before the Conor McGregor controversy or not rivalry, whatever, I always thought in my head, Nate isn't that guy. No disrespect. You know, of course he'd fucking, if he saw me in public, hey man, are you talking, brother, you a podcaster? He'd fuck me up, obviously. But against like top tier, I don't know, man. They're just a little overrated, him and his brother. And then I heard his fucking brother talking after, like, let it go, man. Let it go, whatever. But that's that. And so I don't want, you know, I like Nate for being the character he is. But if you gotta break it down skill for skill and everything, Nate ain't that great. He's not. It's just, I don't know. I don't know what else to say on that. The MMA fights are pretty good. We seen Tatiana Suarez choke out not Claudia Gadelha, Jessica Andrade. And that was sick, dude. Caught her in a fucking guillotine. She's undefeated, 11-0. Everybody's sleeping on Tatiana Suarez. I've been speaking on her since The Ultimate Fighter. And she took like a 4-year layoff because something happened. Something broke. And so she's a little older now. I think she's like, 31 or something, 32. So, I mean, I can only promote so much. You know, it's not up to me. I'm not fucking almighty powerful. So I just think she need that title shot, bruh. What weight is she at? 115. If she at 115, 125, I have no idea, but she could be a double champ, honestly. She could be a double champ, 115 and 120. Dude, she beat Alexa Grasso. No disrespect to the Mexicans. You know, current champion who's about a fucking rematch with Valentina. So I just think it's, and she just beat Jessica Andrade, another former, she beat hella former champs, bro. And I've been watching this unfold throughout the years, man. It's going to be kind of sad if the years go by and she doesn't get her shot. And I don't know what it is. She's 11-0. She's 11-0. How are they not pushing this? How are they not pushing her to, like, Who else does she need to fight? Dude, she could be a triple champ, honestly. 135. Who's good at 135? Well, 135 is where it'd be kind of like, oh, I don't know. Who's she gonna fucking go against? Juliana Pena? You know? Tatiana Suarez versus Amanda Nunes. That would be, whoa, you know. But fucking Tatiana Suarez, little fucking Khabib, you know. Don't sleep. Remember this pot? It's 2023. I'm still talking about her, and nobody knows who she is. But I've been talking about her since 2016. Nobody knows who she is, so that's just unfortunate. I don't know what it is. Just got back from the airport too. Dropped my parents off at the airport. That was pretty cool. My mom said she liked my driving. And then when I left, my dad was like, don't spend it all. And he gave me no money. So, I don't know what that means. Like, we were about to exit the freeway. My dad's like, you want $8,000? You want $8,000? That'll last you until we get back, right? And so when I dropped them off, he's like, don't spend it all. Oh, and I was telling, right in front of me is this globe, right? I was telling them the story about when my dad got me a globe. I remember my dad was out one day, and then he went to like a store or something, and he fucking called me on the house phone talking about, hey, I got something for you. And I thought it was Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I was excited. I thought my dad like was listening to his son, knew what he wanted, and got me some fucking Yu-Gi-Oh cards, bruh. And he came home with a fucking globe, dude. I was pissed off. But here I am all these years later. I still have this globe. And my parents are talking about, like, that's a really good globe. We can't find a globe as good at that because it's got everything. It's got all these, like, keys and legends and stuff about everything. It's, to this day, I still don't know how to read everything. But this is a very detailed globe, man. And my dad was just like, man, you don't know where something is. Look at the globe. Like, you know. I think I talked about it last episode. My girl thought fucking the Amazon rainforest was in Africa. And I got all mad about it and everything. It's like, how do you not know? But honestly, I have to give her some slack. Hopefully she's listening. Because not too long ago, I thought Jamaica was in Africa. So what's more ridiculous? Thinking Jamaica's in Africa or the Amazon rainforest is in Africa? My mom thought Egypt was in the Middle East not too long ago. Egypt's in Africa. So, I got this Egyptian coworker, and I'm just waiting for him to say the N-word one day, and be like, "What? I am from Africa." Can Egyptians say the N-word? When I think of Egyptians, I think of fucking Middle Easterns. What else are we talking? Oh, so yeah, I was telling my dad, like, I feel like my dad's like pranking me or something, and maybe there's like $1 million cash in this globe. And when he passes away, it's just, you know, his big prank. Like, open the globe. It's one of the best things my dad has ever given me. He literally gave me the world, you know? You could see it right there. Not too long ago, I was looking at the map on my phone, and I was like, let's try to find Jamaica. And I found it. I was pretty proud of myself. Let's try to find Jamaica right here, because I got Florida right in front of you. Dominican Republic. There's Jamaica. There's Kingston, Jamaica. So far away from Africa. So far away from Africa, man. What's going on? What is going on? Yeah, so we filmed. And it felt like work. But they paid me in Chick-fil-A. So, for those of you who've seen the Chick-fil-A review on YouTube, guess what? I tried the chicken strips. And they're good. I posted a picture of the The Chick-fil-A sauce, and Peter messaged me back talking about there's rotten eggs in the Chick-fil-A sauce and a bunch of other seed oils. I was like, that's why it's hella good. I tell you guys, I got paid in edibles at this one show that I did like a week ago, and that shit fucking put me on the fucking moon, dude. I thought I was having a heart attack. You ever get high and you just have a heart attack? I feel like that happens to me a lot. Like, I'll get high and I'll just feel like I'm having a heart. I've never had a heart attack, you know, but I'm like, this has got to be cardiac arrest, and I've just got to deal with it because, you know, sleep it off, wake up, like, damn, I fucking died last night. So, yeah. What else is going on? I haven't seen Oppenheimer. I'll fucking open your hymen. I have a buddy whose name on Xbox Live, his gamer tag was Harpoon the Hymen. And now he's a gynecologist, so be careful. You never know who could be in society who's really a fucking just a domestic terrorist. What's the difference between a domestic terrorist and just a regular terrorist? They got good reason? I don't know. Yeah. Damn, we're 21 minutes in. Holy shit. Some people do 21 minutes of material for stand-up. I feel like this shit flew by. And I'm just... what did we talk about? We talked about Barbie. Unbelievable. We talked about Jake Paul. We talked about... I guess the filming shit. What else did I want to cover about shooting short films? It was professionally done. They had all kinds of equipment. Probably thousands of dollars worth of equipment. And they had the boom. We had somebody working the boom, like the big microphone that was like above the scenes and everything. And yeah, I haven't done something like that in like 10 years. Of course, I make like shorts and stuff or try to be funny, but I never really collabed, worked with a big group like that. So that was cool. And maybe they'll put me on some more stuff. I don't know. But yeah, it did feel like work in a way. And by feel like work, I mean just sitting around, like doing nothing but wearing a fucking dress shirt. And all I could think is like, yeah, man, this is like voluntary work. Voluntary. Just something about sitting in a fucking office, you know, even if you're not really doing office work. Just the fact, like, if I were to be working at the show The Office, you know, I feel like I'm working an office job. I don't know. Maybe I'm just getting in a character. I don't fucking know. What else is fucking unbelievable? What have I seen lately? Corey Sandhagen out wrestled fucking Rico Suave, whatever the fuck his name is. And man, I'm interested in that Aljamain Sterling Sean O'Malley fight. You can't fucking tell me nothing about that, man. Sean O'Malley gonna sleep him. Well, you know, what's gonna happen is Aljo's probably gonna wrestle fuck O'Malley. And then when it's all said and done, he's going to move up to 45 and become a champion. Then after becoming a champ at 45, he's going to become a champ at 55. I've been messaging Aljamain Sterling on Instagram since 2018. We used to go back and forth a lot on the internet, not no more, because he's too Hollywood now. And I would always message him saying that he's going to be the future 35, 45, 55 champ. Kind of as a joke. But look at him doing it. You know, if he becomes a double champ, that'd be fucking insane. And I could say that I called it. So what else is going on? My buddy AJ rolled his ankle skateboarding. And I told him to be careful. when he first got that skateboard, and he wasn't careful. So I hit him up. I was like, "You trying to skate?" And he said, "Unfortunately, I rolled my ankle." And I don't think he really learned his lesson, because he was like, "Man, the reason why I rolled my ankle is because I was being a bitch. If I just wasn't a bitch and committed, I would have landed." I don't know. So I have a new joke. I do have a new joke, but I feel like a fucking diva. Unbelievable. I'm not going to share it on the podcast. I'm not going to share this joke on the podcast. You guys are going to have to either tune in to if I ever post a stand-up clip or show up to a stand-up show, because I'm actually proud of this joke. It's nothing stupid like fucking, here's my impression of, what do you guys think of this? Ay, papi. That's my impression of a Spanish woman getting fucked by her dad. So that's, that's a little freebie. That's a little free sample of my stand-up comedian, or my stand-up comedy set. Catch me saying, "Ay, papi." No, but this new joke, let's say 3 people were involved in the birth of this joke, but I claimed I made it. The other 2 people helped set the premise, but I came up with the zinger that made it be like, you know what? I might say that on stage. So yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that joke the next time I do comedy, and I don't know when that is. What the? Yeah, I don't know, man. I might take a break for a little bit or something, come back. It's not much. I've got a lot of material. So it's just this one little thing. So I'm gonna pause it for a little bit. I'm gonna get some ice, some water. All right, I'm back. Beautiful. Here's a thought. Does CNN have an Instagram? Like CNN News? They do. 19.4 million followers. Let's look at the number one thing here. Walrus calf rescued after wandering alone under 24/7 cuddle care. What? Cuddle care? Alone in Alaska. What the fuck is cuddle care, dude? You just hang out with this thing for fucking 2 days? So CNN, every, it's like, are you a CNN guy? Are you a Fox News guy? Are you a fucking PBS guy? Kind of like are you Nickelodeon? Are you Cartoon Network? Are you Disney Channel? Growing up, we would always watch CNN. That was my news source. And I didn't know much. I just knew the logos. And I remembered people got made fun of in my high school for watching CNN. Or not CNN, I'm sorry. Fox News. Like, Fox News was just supposed to be like for Republicans, and I guess CNN was for Democrats, So let's see, Fox News. Well, there's just straight regular, that's Fox Sports. Fox News. Okay, Fox News, 8.2 million followers. First post. Jason and Brittany Aldean cuddle up at concert. Elizabeth, this is 1 minute ago. Oh man, they pump a lot. Oh god, 46.5 thousand posts. I don't want to follow this. How often is CNN posting something? It's a lot more followers for CNN than there is. Okay, so look at this. Barbie makes history with 1 billion at the box office. That beginning of Barbie, because they posted this picture of Barbie from the beginning. It's a little. How much did the marketing team spend, though, is the real question, is what somebody said. Somebody's always got something to fucking say. Yeah, what's this giveaway crowd thing that happened with this Twitch Union Square? Social media influencer Kai Kennett. What was he giving away? Everyone's hanging on the car. Okay, at this point, is it really that? Is it that Kai guy's fault? Or is it the people's fault? You know, people are on cars and stuff. He didn't force them on. Who is this guy? It'd be funny if CNN tagged him. He said, everybody for themselves, there's a war out there. He shouldn't say that. Who's this Kai? Kai Kennett, 5.6 million followers. So he's somebody. Who's following him that I follow? A bunch of people that seem like they would be at that gathering. I'll say that. What'd he post? July. I'm reading comments. Bet all these people in the comments just now commenting don't even follow Kai. Just want to speak on their opinion about what happened and they not even there personally. Kai didn't have the right security and he probably didn't knew all the drama would happen. And riot, it ain't his fault. People can't control themselves in a public place. He don't got the power to do control. This is why you don't read the comments, man, because you're gonna get a fucking aneurysm. He don't got the power to do control nobody in the world, and why y'all worried? Hope everybody in New York that was there is safe, but it ain't Kai's fault, you damn people. You know, this is what makes it newsworthy. This is what makes it popular. Is because if you weren't there and you're not Mr. Kai. You only have so much information to base your opinion off of. Because that guy probably didn't see the Fox, was it Fox or the CNN report that I put here, where it's a clip of Kai literally saying, "It's a war zone out there, man. Everybody for himself." Yeah, I don't think you should say that. Kind of like with the Travis Scott situation. A lot of people, you know, are at blame, but that guy still tweeted, "Fuck it, let the wild ones in," or whatever. You know, it's just like, I feel like as an influencer or somebody who's big, because I know so much about that, because I've been in the game for almost 15 years. Of being a very powerful and influential person on this planet. you should know. You should know what your power. With great power comes great responsibility. So I feel like Kai, that's where it should be. You got placed under inciting a riot. Because he didn't say he was just kidding after saying, you know, "It's a war zone out there, man." Is this guy a comedian? I don't fucking know Kai. Who is this guy? He's a streamer? He plays games? You get a bunch of fucking people who stay inside all day and don't fucking do nothing. You get 5 million fucking people who just watch people play games all day. And then you tell them, "Oh, I'm in your city, pull up. We're fucking bombing and fucking, you know." And then people fucking pull up. What do you expect? What do you expect with those kind of people? And I'm not talking about, you know, race or nothing. I'm talking about young people who don't know a damn thing, you know, young people who fucking probably think that Jamaica's in Africa because they lived in fucking Wisconsin their whole life. So yeah, man. Take that how you want it. I see from my perspective how I'm hearing myself. I feel like I'm right, but obviously I think I'm right because I'm fucking me. If there's another person here in the room that's probably like, no, you know, but that's up to you. If you're listening to this, if you're fucking 35 minutes into this podcast, which is unbelievable. Every time I get this deep in the podcast and I feel like I'm talking about something that makes sense, I'll think about, well, 15 minutes ago, you're just sitting there reading the you know? That's why you don't read the comments. Because who knows if, you know, who knows if that's AI? First of all, who knows if that's AI, because that sentence sounded AI, really. You don't go nowhere, no security without he ain't had nothing to... So I don't think that's good. You don't know if that's AI, or you don't know if that's just a fucking nincompoop, man. But who am I to fucking decide if somebody's a fucking nincompoop or not, you know? Yesterday when we were filming, we were talking about, like, curse words. And just, like, I don't want anybody to get offended if they're hearing this, but, like, just hanging out with the people who do sketches and stuff, it's expected. You know, you get a bunch of actors, you get a bunch of artists, and myself included, I guess. You just get a bunch of, like, over people, you know, people that could just be too much or, like, push the boundaries, you know. They know that they're going to be in the presence of other comedians or whatever, so people kind of think it's just, like, all right to say whatever they want. That being said, nobody said anything that offended me or got me upset. So I was fine with everything. But, there was this one point where people were saying something about curse words. They were talking about, like, curse words that they love saying. Somebody was saying, like, oh yeah, like, cunt. I like saying cunt. And somebody was just yelling, oh yeah, I fucking love saying cunt. Cunt's my favorite curse word or some shit. And they were saying that with, like, a bunch of other curse words. And I wanted to say nincompoop. I just wanted to tell people that they sounded like nincompoops. Not them, it's like the people that were there, but I just wanted to use that word. And I just was wondering, like, I wonder if that would get a chuckle if I just used the word nincompoop. Because I don't know, who's, like, if somebody said nincompoop, that would make me fucking laugh. That's why I say it, because I think it's funny. Just like how, you know, food doesn't slap. Just like how food doesn't slap. And if you want to say it because you want to be cool and trendy. But there's nothing cool and trendy about being wrong. You know, but you call somebody a fucking nincompoop, you're technically not wrong. A nincompoop's a fucking, you know. Yeah, somebody to fucking turn the fucking air conditioning on. They turn the heater on. That's a textbook nincompoop move. Textbook nincompoop move would be switching lanes in a very tight spot without putting your blinker on and just being like, I got it. Because you're not aware if there's other nincompoops in the fucking... Speaking of nincompoops, dude, I want a fucking Beamer. I said that earlier. I want a Beamer, but I don't think I've got fucking Beamer oil change money. I want to be so fucking funny one day that I can afford Beamer oil change money. I like how that sounds. I'm writing that down. I like how that sounds. I'm writing it down. I want to make enough. Let me delete this note. Because that's a crime, what I just wrote there. It's talking about stealing somebody's credit card information and going on a spree. I now have an Amazon Prime account. Took a bunch of loans out with JP's money. JP Morgan. What was I talking about? Fuck, I just came up with a fucking bar. I want to be so funny that it pays for Beamer oil change money. I want to be so funny that it pays for Beamer oil change money. Nah. I want to be so funny that I got Beamer oil change money. Oil change. I want to be so funny that I got Beamer oil change money. I don't know. We'll work on it. That doesn't seem right. I'm going to scratch it. I'm not even going to save it. We're deleting that with fucking JP Morgan. If somebody can finish that or make it correct for me, send an email. This is the AI farming bot right here. We're going to form all kinds of raps. Dude, if somebody could make a fucking song, if I just talked in a mic like this for an hour, send it to somebody who's got an AI hooky dookie nincompoop machine, and then they just like, yeah, put a beat over that, and then they email it back. I want to get some money. I'd be like, what? Can I use this? 41 minutes, I'm fucking up. I want to watch South Park. Dude, I fucking took a jiu-jitsu class the other day, and I like worked on a technique that I knew was a thing, but I never really did it. You know, it's like grabbing somebody's legs and pinning them in between your legs. Like single leg or what? Yeah, just a basic single leg, but locking that, making sure that foot goes past your knees. You know, I usually pin it up against my arms or something. Like using your legs a little bit more, so I've been practicing that. And, you know, just to have, I don't know. You know, just playing chess. I realized that I set up the chessboard incorrectly after looking at the picture. That's hilarious. And so, yeah. I think I'm gonna go. I don't know if you guys hear that. I got the fucking mic and the mic stand. It's pretty steady up in here. I like holding the stick. The stick is the camera. But I'm thinking about getting a different microphone. I saw this shit that my girl was watching on Twitch that seemed pretty cool. You set it up via Bluetooth or something, and you don't really need to directly speak into the mic. You just gotta like put it somewhere. So that's kind of fucking awesome. That's kind of fucking awesome. Maybe I'll just tell you guys that new joke. Cause it's an idea, and I don't know. I found it funny. And so why hold that there? Just fucking share it, you know? I can't believe that I would sell out like that and be like, no, you're going to have to come to a show. I'm proud of it. No. What the fuck was that? Let me just share the joke, okay? So I'm on the phone with my buddy Peter. And he three-ways in a buddy of ours named Vincent. And, you know, Vincent is an alcoholic. Vincent's an alcoholic, but he's one of those alcoholics that aren't really aware that he's an alcoholic. He be shaking, bruh. He be shaking in the mornings. He be shaking when he doesn't get his shit. You know, every time I hang out with Vince, he's like, come, like I try not to let him drink. You know, but when I'm with Vince, he's just like, come on, man. Like, it's like 10 a.m. and he's just, let's just get a tall can or something. I'm like, no, man. You know, I make it fucking hell to hang out with me, but it's for his own good. And yeah, he doesn't know he's an alcoholic, and I had to break it to him. And how I broke it to him, he's on the phone, right? Because I wouldn't be in the car with him because I'm not a fucking nincompoop. And he goes, fucking 12 minutes to Bevmo, dude? Fucking 12 minutes to Jethro's fucking store, dude? Just for some beer? And I'm like, you know you're an alcoholic when you're complaining about the 12-minute drive to Bevmo. You know, because he ain't had no alcohol in his system. And I again, I'm on the phone with him. And I'm like, how funny would it fucking be if fucking Vincent got pulled over and the cop was like, you had anything to drink today, sir? And he's like, no, that's the problem. Just imagine fucking shaking in his fucking lane, just driving incorrectly because he ain't got no alcohol in his. He doesn't have a .2. He doesn't blow. That's why. That I just figured it out. You know why? You know when you when they test you to be a drunk driver, like do you know what the blood alcohol level is? Like
No.
the legal limit, I believe, is 0.8. You can blow something lower than a 0.8, and you're still like okay, you know. My boy fucking Kamal failed his permit test because he put 0.0. Like he was just, I thought it was zero tolerance. There is a tolerance for alcohol, and that's
You failed for .0? Is it? I thought it was point.
it's 0.08. You could have a drink in you, you know, your blood alcohol.
.0. There was nothing in him, right?
No, his permit test. When they ask you questions to like get your license or whatever.
Oh.
Yeah, so he failed because he put 0.0. But the answer is 0.8. And like that's a test that made him, or the question, but he was like, in a way he's kind of right. Why can't it be zero tolerance? The reason why it's not zero tolerance, there is that 0.8 is because people are fucking alcoholics and they're fucking they need it. You know what I mean? So that's the fucking game that America set up, dude. Yeah, because people alcohol's a big business. We went on the fucking cruise. We spent more money on alcohol than we did on tickets for the fucking cruise. They tried to prohibit it, but America wants its booze. That's exactly what my history teacher told me.
Period.
And it was just disastrous. It didn't fall through. People were making fucking beer. Yeah.
Well, like one drink.
Depends on, you need to know your body. It depends on, like, you know, if you're fucking small like how you are, 0.8 is probably one drink, you know, physically. It doesn't matter with how you feel. Oh, I could handle 4 and drive, you know. It's body proportionate, you know. It don't go nowhere. So yeah, I just figured it out. Don't know if you guys knew that, but that's what it is. And you can't prove me wrong. That's what it is. So that's my joke, anyways. And I'm sure nobody's really gonna want to fucking hear that when they're drunk at a bar. That's the only thing that I could think, is that I sound like a fucking nincompoop. It's bad. That joke is bad for businesses. You know, you want people to buy alcohol. You spend $8 on water. Why not spend fucking 13 on beer? I gotta go. I gotta get to drinking. I'll see you guys later.